To create questions or to manage your question bank, in the Authoring Tools dashboard, you have a section called Tests, in which you have a Create a Question button and a Question Bank button. When you click on the Question Bank, you will see that you have the different categories of questions assigned to different courses. You can search for questions in this field here. You can select by type of question, depending on the type of question you want to review. You can create a category or create a subcategory. So let's create a category and click Save. Now it's been added to the rest of the categories, and as we can see, it has 0 questions up to now, and the rest of the categories have a various number of questions. So now that we have a category, we can edit the category or delete it from this button here. But here we have Create a Question, so when we click on Create a Question, we will have a pop-up menu with 3 different types of questions: single choice, multiple choice, and true and false. Let's select single choice. When you create a single choice question, the first thing you have to do is fill in a short name of the question. Let's say Q1. Then we have to select the category it's going to be in. We will select questions. We assign the number of points this question will award when answered correctly, as well as the question time in seconds, let's say 120. Then you complete the question itself, and you can make it bold or change the color of the text if you need. You can add media to the question. Depending on what the topic is, you can add an image or some sort of instructions. You can drag and drop files or use the See More button to manually select files from your computer. Next is the section with the answers. You have a field for an option, answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, answer 4, as well as a feedback section. When you have completed those, you can also change their style and color or leave them by default. Select the answer that you want to be correct, and it will have 100% of the points because this is a single answer question. You can also move the different options up and down and rearrange them, and as you can see, answer 3 is now what was answer 2. But let's bring it back. You can also delete and remove an option if you want, or you can add an answer that you would like to have more than 4 options. For example, you can have 5 options, or bring them down to just 3. When ready, you will have to save, and the question will be located in the question bank in the category you have assigned it to. As you can see, Q1 is now available in the questions category. It shows the name, the single choice type, the question itself as content, the date it was created on, and where it's used. In this case, it's still not assigned to a test, so there are no entries here. But when it is, it will be completed with the courses it's used in. Also, you have a drop-down menu to edit, delete, or review the question and how it would look. Now we can create another new type of question, this time multiple choice. We give it a short name, we select the category questions, again the number of points it would award and the number of seconds that the users will have to answer it. You fill in the question content, and again you can add media if you like. But the difference here is that more than one question could be answered as correct. And here you have automatic weight distribution %, meaning that if you have selected two options as correct, they will split the percentage for the points evenly. But if you select to not have automatic weight distribution, then you can assign different values, for example 60 to 40%, and this question will have an answer that has more points than another answer. Again, you can fill in options, as well as feedback. And when you are ready, you have received points only when the whole question is filled in correctly. Meaning that if a user misses one of the two options that are correct, then the question will not be considered correctly answered. So if you click on this, then only the two options that are right will give points, not a single one that's just selected, but the users must select all of the correct options. In case you want to award points even for incomplete answers, then you can leave it as default, and the question will still give points to the user if not all of the options are selected. Then you click Save, and now we see that the second question is under the first one that we created in the questions category. Let's create one more, this time a true and false question. Again, we assign it to the questions category. We give 10 points, 120 seconds, and now we have only two options, one for true and one for false, and you have to select which one is the correct answer. In this case, we are going to select true as the right answer, and it will give 100% of the points when this option is clicked. When ready, click on the save, and now we have 3 questions in our category, and we have all of the 3 types. In future, we are going to add more types of questions so that a wider variety is available. But for now, let's finish this by going to a training. Then we go to the course that we are creating. And in a test that's in the training, we can edit it. Click on the settings. In the questions tab, you can add from the bank with questions. You select the questions bank. You can select the types of questions you want to be visible. But if you want, you can just click on the ones that you want. You can have all of them marked, none of them marked. So we are going to add all of them to the test. And now, as you can see, the test has all the new questions, including the ones that were added earlier. And when you click Save and start the test, it will have all of the other questions as well, and it will be much longer